that was a hard time for me to go through it and be connected all the time to yourself, but don't really understand what's going on outside because you get so much rejection from your environment. Like we are so fixated on our mind and think to find the right decisions in our mind. But the thing is, this is not a decision maker. This is a problem solving. And to make decisions for our life, you have to bring your heart and your intuition in alignment. Yes, think about first, okay, how much you love yourself, because you're not able to love someone else more than yourself. And if you think you love someone else more than yourself, that's just a projection, and just follow the simple steps. Then, I mean, there's nothing that can stop you in life.
Hi everyone, I'm Camilo Torres, and welcome again to Flowcast. In here, we're going to have amazing conversations with the beautiful people that has joined our community. We're going to get a lot of inspirations for their life journeys, passions, creations, because we believe that when you share your unique story, you can inspire others. So please enjoy this new Flowcast. And also, I would love to invite you to join our community. And if you would like to share your unique story, please go to our website, flowwithcommunity.com, for more information. Thank you. Please welcome Björn Schmidt. Please, sorry about the pronunciation of your name. Thank you so much, Björn, for being here, for being part of the community, and for sharing your story. Can't wait for from you.
Yeah, thank you so much to have the opportunity here, to being here and to just share my story and maybe inspire other people. So thank you for this opportunity.
No, thank you. And it was so lovely to connect with you. We had a chat before this Flowcast. And anyway, I'm very excited for you to share this. So yeah, I mean, the conversation that we had before, it was about being our authentic selves, which is the main base of Flow community. And I'm very excited for you to share your perspective on that. And yeah, so let's get started. So I would love to well, introduce yourself a little bit, know about you, and then also what inspires you to follow your authentic self. But yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, a short introduction about me. I'm Björn. I have 4 kids and a wonderful wife. And for almost 6.5 years, we emigrated from Germany to Canada and opened up here an academy for personal growth, like building attitude and attributes we start with kids, and now we also in the sector with adults and coaching them. And yeah, we still dedicated in this business area.
Incredible. And incredible. And how, and thank you. And I think, I mean, also I have read about what you're doing, and it's so lovely. I mean, your programs. If you want to tell us a little bit more about that, yeah, and yeah, about the kids and the school.
Actually, so the academy, when we started the academy, it was really about like kids, because I realized everything what I learned in school was nothing I really need in my life. Really, there was nothing really valuable behind it. So like, what is courage, responsibility, or skills I need, like how I communicate with others, how I get in connection with others. So there's like, when you go into school, there's no one that teach you this, or they point out this would be something important. And yeah, when you go through the system, and yeah, it was so hurtful for me. And at this point, when my first kid was born, I realized, okay, I want to do it different. I want to give them really the tools they need. And yeah, this was kind of the idea to open up this academy. And actually, I evolved so much with this academy, because when I had over 70 students a week, right? And yeah, they give me so much back for my personal growth too. So I'm a totally different person just because I go through my own program. So yeah.
Nice. I love it. And yeah. Would you like to explain a little bit more what inspired you to do that, and what evolution have you done for yourself? Because I mean, the journey to start being your authentic self, and I think a lot of people, that concept, it's I mean, sometimes people, yes, I'm real, here I am, but
Yeah.
I would like you to explain what it's been your authentic self and how that's been that journey for you.
Yeah. Oh, so the first thing what you have to realize, so there is a self inside of you, an authentic self inside of you, and it's not your ego. And this is so important to understand because, I mean, most of the people live out of their ego. They have no clue about there's something deeper inside of them. And really, how I come to the point to realize it more was I was 25 years old, and after a long, hurtful journey, my mom passed away. And in this moment, there was like a decision for me to say yes to life or no to life. And I decided to, okay, I will not jump off the bridge. I will say yes to life and just make experience. And even if I only live one day from today, it doesn't matter. Just do the experience and say yes and yes. And actually, at this point, I mean, it was the worst for me. My mom passed away. It was the worst for me. But actually, it was also the best for me, what could happen to me, because it changed my perspective totally. And I met in this time, I met Karina, my wife, and it was special because she saw something inside of me. I wasn't aware of it, and no one saw it before. And she trusts 100% in me. And over time, I start also trusting in myself and to realize, wow, okay, there is value inside of me. There is like how I show up in the world, because this was super hard for me the time in the school and in the system, because there is no room for yourself. There is, you have to follow order, don't question anything. So yeah, that was a hard time for me to go through it and be connected all the time to yourself, but don't really understand what's going on outside, because you get so much rejection from your environment when you speak up what you observe, and they don't like it. And so I become more and more quiet. So to and I'm not really able to express myself really authentically. I just did it, right? So, and yeah, so this was, so the game changer was for me Karina. Game changer was for me Karina. She saw something inside of me, and I developed out of this to my authentic self. And I mean, I'm still in this process, right? And especially also kind of when you have an interview like this, it's like also you feel the anxiety, you feel all the stuff, right? So yeah, we're still human, but it's about showing up. It's about doing something. It's because we are all the same, right? It's not just, oh, he's so confident and blah blah blah, right? It's a talent. It's not. It's just a skill. You can just showing up, and everything will change, and your whole life will change. Because on this point where I was at for 13 years, and today it's a different life. There's a different value behind it, because now life makes sense. Before, life made no sense.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I'm sorry to hear about your mom. And it was so beautiful what you said about like you make the choice of living life, and then now you're living life for every day, which I take it as living the present and
Yeah,
being focused on the present and enjoy every moment that we have. And that's magical.
yeah,
And it's very powerful. Thank you.
and especially the people, or actually, this is the thing. I know where I was at, right? And in this time in the past, I didn't saw any way to get out of this, because, and this is the reason why this idea is popping up in my mind to there's no sense in life and I should like just leave it. And at the view of my perspective today, it's when you're looking back and I see myself there, it's so hurtful, because it's not just me, it's so many people outside there. I mean the most people outside there, right? Because they're not connected to themselves, so that means they're making wrong decisions for them in life, and then they're wondering why it's so hurtful, why it's so painful, why it doesn't get better. Oh, I cut myself off, and more and more, man, and it doesn't get better, never, right? And so many people live with this their whole life. So, and I know there is a way out, and especially when you have guidance, you can make progress super fast, right? So I have so many people now in my environment, and also in the academy with the kids. It's like when you see like an insecure kid coming in, was not able to talk, to look at you, to look at other kids and not connect with others. And after like a half year, it's a totally different person. And like in this young age, I would love to have this kind of experience, right? Because my whole life would be different. And like this is so, yeah, unbelievable, wonderful to doing this work. And also now with the adults, because over time I realized I can help kids, and because this is one of my purpose, same with Karina. But then we realized, okay, these kids will going back to this environment where the adults don't understand them, where the adults have, or the parents have no clue what it is to be a parent, what it is to be a mature human being. Because the most of the people they are not mature, they are still like kids in their mind, kind of, right? But they showing up like, yeah, I know, and yeah, I have all the answers. And that was also something what I experienced in my childhood when I asked questions about life. And I get answers like, oh yeah, I don't know, or something like, you know what I mean? So because when you ask adults about serious questions and they have no answer about it, they feel stupid, and they don't like to feel stupid, and then they chish you away. And this was also hurtful for me. And today, this is the reason why I figure out the most of my questions, to share this with others, that they have the answers and they know where they have to go. So yeah.
Wonderful. Wow. Yeah, thank you. And I 100% with you. I think if I was, I mean, I'm also in the journey, by the way, and also, well, flow. And it's very interesting because flow has evolved with me. And then, as you said, your school, your academy, you have evolved as well with it. So it's wonderful. And this journey, I agree as well that I wish I was teach to be my authentic self when I was a kid, to just get that in my brain and, well, starting this journey of life. But wonderful, thank you.
Right.
And then and also about your wife, that you said that she was main figure for you to start this journey. What was the challenges for you to not being your authentic self, or to, yeah, what stopped you to not being, and what makes you start this journey?
So what I mentioned before, like in coming into the school system, right, where there's no room for like expressing yourself, and it's more to survive, kind of.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, in the system itself, it's not just a school system, it's a system itself that we live in. It's not a system for human beings. It's kind of I mean, when you're looking back into history, right? So we're coming from kings, and we're coming from, you know what I mean? Like the hierarchies thing. And when you go way more back, it wasn't something like this. Like this is like for 13,000 years, we were super different, right? We were super much more social. And this is what happened over the last 30,000 years, right? We cut off ourselves more and more, and just to thought, okay, then I'm good, or now I'm married and I just have one person I sleep with, and now I'm a good person, I will come in heaven. So all the stories that told us that we follow their orders. So and now today we're on the point, and this is what I see super clear, because also like the science and all kinds of stuff, all the knowledge we have today, and especially with the AI and everything comes up, right? It's getting super fast today. And I mean, that's a big opportunity for us as a human beings to evolve really quick and switch this thing totally from healthy to like destroy. So, and when we get this awareness, what we're doing all day long, it's not about just the environment, it's not about the other people, it's just what we're doing with ourselves. How's our self-talk? Right? We are nice to us, or we are more like, oh, you should do it better, or that, you know what I mean? So this is like, we are so fixated on in our mind and think to find the right decisions in here in our mind. But the thing is, this is not a decision maker. This is a problem solving. And to make decisions for our life, you have to bring your heart and your intuition in alignment. And then you have a clear yes and no. And especially when your heart is in, right? It's not a question about, oh yeah, I can get money out of it and the others will hurt. No, it's just about, wow, you win and I will, and what can we create together? And when I lose and you win, I will never do it. And also the opposite way, when you lose and I win, that's not an option for me, right? This is not like, I don't think about this option. I think about the option, how can everybody get something out of it? And it's not about just human being, it's like everything, like the nature, everything, because this is what we know today with the quantum physics. We are connected to each other. Like we know this for a long time, spiritual wise, right? And today we know it like science wise. And I mean, we can understand all of this when we go deeper in these topics, or also listen and become curious and open, and not just live in this dogma like this is right, this is wrong, and blah blah blah. It's like here inside of you and see what's coming up. So is this right? Is this wrong for me? Because it could be wrong and right for me, but not for you, right? So because this is like, we are individual and also super the same, right? This is like just which path I want to go. I could be a constructor today because when this is something what I'm passionate about, what I love, but my passion or what the purpose why I'm here is just simple what it is, and I didn't realize it for like 39 years to just be my authentic self, because we are on this point that the people have to see authentic people, that they become authentic. And when we on this stage of living, like the stage of being love, it's changed everything. And then we will see what kind of world we will create.
Yeah, completely agree. Thank you. Wow. And yeah, to complement that, and I think nothing to say about that. You 100% agree. I think for myself as well, it's been a journey, and as you said, like when you're authentic, then you're starting seeing the authentic people as well. With that, I would like to ask you how, like, since you've been in this journey of authenticity, of being your truly self, how your relationships and life change? Because from my personal experience, I was someone before this journey, which I know and I love that version of myself. Now I completely know how things are changing around me, but I would love to know what about you and your experience.
Unbelievable. So what I mentioned before, it's a different life, right? When we live in the ego, we are not able to connect because we are not connect to ourselves. So that means we are not able to connect to other people deeper than to ourselves. So we have to connect to ourselves first, then we connect to others. And it's the same like the self-love. When you think, or when people think, oh yeah, I love them so much and blah, blah, blah. Yes, think about first, okay, how much you love yourself, because you're not able to love someone else more than yourself. And if you think you love someone else more than yourself, that's just a projection. And then you live in your ego, right? And that's not real. And that's like hurtful. And that is something what I mentioned before. When I speak what I observe, and the people hate it because it triggered so much in them to hear the truth. And if it's just the truth from a kid, well, they're really like, say what I observe, right? And this is like how I am till today. And I didn't realize that for a long time that I was okay. And this is the reason why I become quiet, because I saw when I say something, they don't like it. And I thought I'm wrong. And this is like maybe also one of my gifts, that I was connected to myself all the time, kind of, but I didn't realize it. And I bring it like in a bubble to protect it. And I wasn't able to get in relationships. That was a big thing, right? And especially in school, I wasn't able to approach girls properly, or even I wasn't just able to talk to them on one point. It can really, especially I think I remember from 10 to 13 kind of, I realized, okay, I wasn't able to look at them. I wasn't able to talk to them because I had also this weird thing of men's are bad. And like also the sexuality part. I mean, it's the worst. Where I come from, it's like men's are bad and they try to get the girls into the bed just to fuck them. And the girls don't like it. The girls or the females just looking for love. So this was my kind of mindset. And that was like wrong in any case, right? Men's are not bad. And girls are don't looking just for love, or they're also like human beings, right? They have also like sexuality. They want to do something, and maybe more than ourselves, right? Or maybe more than men. This is also a thing, but they're just getting this dogma like religion. And when you're looking back in the history, like Jesus Christ, right? What he spoke is about love, and what they made out of it is the Inquisition, like putting down all the girls or the women, that they don't have to speak, so just follow the order. So they create a system that's not for human beings. And today we're wondering why I need an affair, why I need someone else, why I have this like the need, right, to fuck around or whatever, right? But just we are cut off from ourselves, and when we like not listen to ourselves, it get be more like the fantasy getting harder and harder, right? It's like, oh, you have to on, or you come in situations, you think so much, and then you do something you wouldn't do in different cases, right? So so for me, it's like the relationships now, what I have today, especially with Karina, on all my people around, I have just deep relationships. So we talk really on a deep and honest level.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I guess it's all the social beliefs and conditionings that we put in our heads, and it's yeah, it's something that we grow up with, and then that's part of the ego, and then we just need to start eliminating all that conditioning to be and our authentic self and start connecting authentically. I have another last question. It's about what advice you have for people that wants to start the journey of being authentic. And yeah, because this journey for myself has been great and I can't stop. It's just going. And yeah, so what advice you have for everyone that wants to start this journey?
I have actually a process where you can go through and you can achieve everything in life you want. So this process also, of course, to connect to your authentic self. First step is to figure out your excitement. So like you're excited about your flow community. That's like your child you mentioned to me, right? So you're really excited about it, and this is the first thing you have to figure out. The second one is you bring this excitement as far as you can. No matter what is, nobody can stop you. You do it and do it and do it over again. Okay, so that's the second step. The third step is you don't have no demands or expectations about the outcome. So just enjoy the journey. Mm-hmm. That's number 3. So because this is a tough one, because so many people think, oh, I have to get money, I have to go blah, blah, blah. This should look like this and this and this. So it doesn't matter. Just the journey is important. So number 4 is stay in a positive mindset. So your mindset is super important, because this could be your worst enemy. Mm-hmm. And number 5, and that's also a really big one, is your shadow. Clean up your shadow. So that means look at your traumas, look at everything that is not a part of you. And when you just follow these simple steps, then, I mean, there's nothing that can stop you in life. And of course, you will connect to your authentic self, because the shadow work and the personal growth and all comes together. And then one day you stand up and you look in the mirror, and someone you never saw before look back to you. But this is your best version. And this is kind of like, for me, it's like heaven. And when I look back to this time, it was the hell. And yeah, that's a simple progress you can just go through.
Wow, thank you, I love it. And I this is a confirmation that you're the one that makes life heaven or makes life hell, because I believe that there is no heaven or hell. It's the one, it's you're the creator of that. So thank you.
100%, right? So, and that's the thing, right? We all live from our illusion about life. We think, we think this is good, this is bad, this is blah, 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 but this should be like this, and this. But we never understand this is just our truth, and we look through our filters. It's like when we have some glasses on and the glasses are red, and you say, oh, everything is red, right? And you're right. In your view, everything is red, but this is not like the real world. It's just a filter. And when you took off these filters more and more and more and more and more, you see like a world opens up for you, and you just see opportunities. You just see like what we might also talk about, like love, when you feel love to everything and anything. So this is like, and then you realize, wow, this is like to be like a human being, to connect to your like emotions, because this was also something I cut off over time, right? The emotions. And then you understand, wow, my emotions give me advice about like someone crossing my boundaries maybe, or they just support me. When you understand what they're telling you, that doesn't hurt you really, right? So an emotion is like, it comes like a wave over you, and then when you think, oh, that's me, and you stay in this wave, like I stayed in this wave, in this emotions for like months, right? Because I hold on to it. But it's about like, oh yeah, there's something inside of me that hurts or that don't like this, and then you let it go. Or anger or frustration comes up, and then you let it go, and you think about, okay, what can I change? What can I do different? And not to be like in the victim mindset and to say, oh no, I don't can do anything about it, and it's my way I'm born in, and so on and so on. So like back in responsibility. And this is like also what how I start with the kids in the academy. Find you courage to be or to get back your responsibility. And when you just understand this in the young age, your life changed. I mean, I see it so often. I had over 1,000 kids, right? And I saw so many transformation. And yeah, it's do it. Just do it. Courage and responsibility for your life. Your life will change. You can have whatever you dream of. Just follow the process, and we will earn it. There's no way not to earn it.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is so inspiring, and hope a lot of people will follow that journey as well. So we all in that journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. Right, to finish your first flowcast, because I think we both would love to share more. I think you're an amazing person, and flow community is here for you to share as much as you want. So I have 3 questions for you. So you can answer those questions with 1 word or 1 sentence. And the first question is, what is creativity for you?
Creativity for me. Okay, creativity, it's letting out our inner awareness and ideas into something real. So it's like creativity is like a bridge from my inner world into the outside world. So that means what is within me, to bring this out, that other can see it, feel it, and I can share it with them. So
wow, love it. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Second one, what is your current creative expression?
it's myself, actually. It's just myself. How I showing up, how I act. This is
so nice. Thank you. Wow. Great. And the last one, it's what the word flow means for you.
The word flow. Yeah. I mean, flow, it's like, for me, it's like a river. What I mentioned before, like emotions like a wave, and life, it's like a flow. So when your intuition and your heart is in alignment, and you make decisions out of this, and your brain solve problems that they arise, or when they arise, and it's kind of in like flow of love and trust. And you know what? Yeah, you're in a calm river, and you just let it go, let it be, right? Like the energy goes through you, like your body, your mind, and your spirit is in alignment and open. This is flow, when everything is open and it's just flow. There's no like, oh my God, I should or I shouldn't. No, you know.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, 100%. Wow. Thank you so much, Björn. It is amazing. And yeah, looking forward for you to share more on flow.
Of course, and me too. I think this was a wonderful chat with you, and we can connect on much deeper level, right? And also inspire others, because this is like why we here. This is like we have to do, right? We on this edge, you and me on this edge, and so many else, right? To just remember, it's not we have to we have to find something we lost. So that's not true. We have to just remember about, because we were on this point in the past, but just forget this. And this is so important, right? So it's much easier to remember than to find, right?
100%. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for
Thank you.
listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us and listening to this inspiring story. Now I invite you to take a few moments to pause, to reflect, and to be with yourself. Let this time be a gentle break from your day, a chance to connect and recharge. As we shift into a calm moment, simply relax and enjoy this peaceful space. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to sharing more stories with you next time on Flow Community.